Good morning and welcome back to Aggie Insight. Today is April 15th, 2024. We are going to start this episode strong with birthdays.
We'd like to wish a happy birthday to Charlie York, Shelton Jackson, Vicky Hunkapiller, Ashlyn Maldonado, and Weston Tankersley.
Thanks, Lola. Now for my favorite segment, What's That Song? Listen to this clip. Can you identify the title? What genre would it fall under?
Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away, fly away.
Hey Ashlyn, why did the football coach go to the bank?
I'm not sure why.
To get his quarterback. That brings us to the sports segment. The JV boys soccer team will play at Pullman tomorrow. The varsity girls and boys will play April 18th at Crossville and April 19th at home versus New Hope.
Today, varsity and JV will play at Springville starting at 5. On Tuesday, April 16th, they will play Hayden at home starting at 5. And on April 17th, they will play at Cold Springs starting at 3:30. And on Friday, April 19th, at Brindley Mountain at 4:30.
The Archery NASP Nationals will be May 9th through May 11th. Any 8th grade boys wanting to try out for JV basketball should email Coach Gaines at tgaines@ccboe.org. Tryouts will be April 22nd through the 23rd.
Any 6th or 7th grade boy wanting to play middle school football must have a completed and up-to-date Dragonfly account to participate in spring training on April 22nd through May 3rd. It will also be from 3 to 5:30. Also, don't forget that the last Performing Arts meeting will be April 24th.
In other news, FMS students were able to experiencing something last Monday that may not be witnessed again for 20 years, the solar eclipse. Lola Haynes interviewed a few students about their experiences in witnessing this, and here are their thoughts.
I'm Lola Haynes, and I'm here with
Hagen Reese.
and Julie Hallmark, and I'm going to ask them some questions about the solar eclipse. What do you think about it?
It's pretty cool. It's not what I was expecting really. It's just kind of wasn't as dark as what I thought, but it was pretty cool, I'd say.
All right, what do you think about it?
It was okay, but it wasn't what I expected it to be.
Was it what you thought it would be?
Not really.
Was it what you thought it would be?
It wasn't all I thought it would be, but it was pretty cool.
I'm here with
Jake Pearson.
and Chris Alini, and I'm going to ask them some questions about the solar eclipse. What do you think about it?
It was pretty cool. It didn't get as dark as I expected though.
What do you think about it?
It was very fun. I like to see it.
Was it what you thought it would be?
Not at all.
Was it what you thought it would be?
No, not really. I was expecting it to get more dark outside.
Yeah. Well, this is Aggie Insight.
Annalyn Hood.
And Collins Pruitt. And I'm going to ask them some questions about the solar eclipse. What did you think about it?
It was pretty cool to witness and watch.
What did you think about it?
I mean, it's pretty cool. You don't see it all the time, so.
Was it what you thought it would be?
No.
Was it what you thought it would be?
No. I mean, it's just the sun. So.
Well, this is Aggie Insight.
Aggie Insight also had the pleasure of interviewing Miss Allen, who was able to visit an area in the path of totality. Here is Layla with Miss Allen talking about her experience.
Hi, I'm Layla Cornelius, and I'm here with Miss Allen to talk about her solar eclipse experience. Where did you go to see the totality of the eclipse?
Little Rock, Arkansas.
How long did it take you to get there?
It's about a 6-hour drive.
Can you describe what your experience was like?
Yes, on Monday in Arkansas it was about 80 degrees and it was really sunny, clear skies. About 10 minutes or so before totality, it started to get dark and cooler. And right before totality, there was a street light that came on. We were sitting in a subdivision, and once it became completely covered, the moon covering the sun, we had to take our shades off because you couldn't see the sun's corona. So we took our shades off and we saw the corona. It was beautiful. Pictures do not do it justice. And the rest of the street lights came on. We didn't get to see or hear any animal sounds like I was hoping, but there were some birds and they started flying lower. We could see 2 stars in the sky. There was one on each side of the sun. So you had the corona and then you had stars in the sky. And we had about 3 full minutes of totality. And then the sun, the moon kept moving, the sun popped out, and we could see the diamond ring right as that happened.
All right, and lastly, would you drive to see it again?
Yes, I would. We actually made a pact that said that we were going to all load up in an RV and drive to Canada in 2044.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also another one in 2045 coming through Alabama that I hope I'm around to see.
Yeah. This is Layla Cornelius, Aggie Insight out.
Let's go to Leonelle for the weather.
We know for the weather forecast. Not that many rainy days except for Friday. Monday we have a high of 84 with a 0% chance of rain, as well as Tuesday with a 0% chance of rain with it's 83 as the highest. On Wednesday we have 83 as the highest with a 10% chance of rain. Now on to Thursday. Thursday we have a high of 81 with a 15% chance of rain. On Friday we have more chance of rain with a 55% chance and a 66 as the highest. On Saturday we have 20% chance of rain with a 59 as the high. On Sunday we have 65 as the highest with a 50% chance of rain. And that was your forecast.
Next, let's go to Finley for last week's Teacher of the Week. Karina Cordova guessed last week's Teacher of the Week, Miss Chandler, who is our instructional aide. Finley Jaton sat down with her to ask her a few questions.
Hi, I'm Finley Jaton, here with our Teacher of the Week, Miss Chandler, who is an instructional aide. What is your favorite thing to do with your friends and family?
My favorite thing to do is to go out to eat and then go to a concert or a play.
How many plays and concerts have you been to?
Too many to count.
What has been your favorite?
My favorite play would be The Miracle Worker, which is about Helen Keller's life. And my favorite concert, I'm a big country music fan, so I would have to say it would be a toss-up between Trace Atkins and Winona.
What was the first concert you ever went to?
First concert I ever went to was Dolly Parton, and I paid $7.50 for the ticket on the floor.
What is the hardest jigsaw puzzle you've ever put together?
The hardest puzzle I've ever put together is actually this one, and it took me a little over a month to complete. It's the television history. It has characters. My favorite character on here is Michael Landon from Little House on the Prairie.
Have you always been interested in puzzles?
Yes, I have. My mother sparked my interest in puzzles when I was young. During the wintertime when I couldn't get outside to play, she would have a puzzle on the kitchen table. And so we would spend hours just sitting, putting puzzle together, and she would always let me put in the last piece just to say that I had finished it.
I'm Finley Jaton, Aggie Inside Out.
This week's Teacher of the Week loves puzzles like Rubik's Cube, Sudoku, and Legos. She also loves all sports and all kinds of music. Traveling and hiking are also passions of this teacher. This person is very competitive and does not like to lose. Being a personal shopper/stylist for a superstar would be a dream job for this teacher. If you know who this teacher is, please see Miss Haley or Miss Mulligan with your guess. The first correct answer will receive a prize.
This leads us to our Now and Then segment. We took a close-up look at Miss Chandler's puzzle and wanted to see how far television has come. We start our history of television with I Love Lucy, that first aired on October 15, 1951. We then move on to shows like Andy Griffith, that first aired on October 3, 1960. Dukes of Hazzard became popular, which first aired on January 26, 1979. And Mr. Rogers was watched by kids everywhere starting on February 19, 1968. We have also enjoyed shows like Sesame Street, which aired in 1969, and Curly, Larry, and Moe from the Three Stooges, which aired way back in 1949. Finally, we see Friends, which became very popular in the 1990s. This concludes our Now and Then segment.
This week's Song of the Week is I'll Fly Away. The artists are James and Martha Carson. James and Martha Carson, also known as the Barn Dance Sweethearts, released their first record on White Church in 1947 and later signed a record deal with Capitol Records in 1949. This song fits in the Southern Gospel genre.
Also, we want to remind everyone that if you are experiencing any stress, anxiety, or other mental health issues, that you can talk to any trusted adult or our middle school guidance counselor, Miss Davis.
Aggie Inside Out!